All right, let's talk about a new crypto fund. Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z, raised $4.5 billion for their fourth crypto fund. They now have raised more than $7.6 billion in total crypto funds. This is obviously a massive deal given what's happening in the market today. Crypto assets have fallen off a cliff, essentially, all of them, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, things in Web3, venture capital investments, etc. The market is down tremendously over the last few weeks and over the last few months. So Andreessen coming out and saying, hey, look, we're not stopping. We are raising a brand new fund, a multi-billion-dollar fund, a $4.5 billion fund, I think speaks to their conviction in the space. And they're basically saying, hey, we are not going to be deterred. We do not want to stop investing in Web3. We think that this is a big innovation area. We are going to continue to bet on asset prices skyrocketing and so forth. So whether it's Web3, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want to call it, they are raising money to go continue to invest in the space. They are betting on digital assets continue to grow over time. And they are saying that this is a bear market, but they will be involved heavily. And at the same time, if you look back on all the major companies, OpenSea, et cetera, and Coinbase and so others, like a lot of these companies were actually started during bear markets. So this is actually probably an incredible time for them to be raising $4.5 billion, not only for themselves, but their LPs and others to go out and deploy some of this capital when other money is not doing that. And it's less competitive in these rounds and they're able to get better valuations and the multiples start to compress and so forth. It's probably extremely strategic if you have the ability to raise capital and to invest capital and you believe in this asset class long term to go do exactly what they're doing, which is raising billions of dollars and going to invest in good founders with good track records that have the opportunity to build massive multi-billion-dollar businesses. And that's exactly what they're doing. What do you think about it?
I think this is the largest fund that they've ever had, which is a keynote to their conviction in the crypto space. I think that these times, downturn times, are times where people that have very high conviction in something see opportunity and they see hey, we can get a little bit lower valuation on this company. We can pour more money into it. Clearly, investors are not scared if they were able to go out and raise $4.5 billion, almost quite easily, I would say. But Andreessen Horowitz and A16Z is legendary in this space, right? They make bets and they win. And they make very, very good and very, very smart bets, and then they pile on to the winners. And I think that's what they can do with this fund is with $4.5 billion, I think 1.5 will be allocated to seed investments and $3 billion will be venture investments. So they have that ability to, hey, let's go pour on the winners that are either having tough times or even striving in down times. And then that's what they can do with this $4.5 billion.
Well, I think the biggest advantage that they probably have is their name and their ability to raise capital right now. Because even if you don't think that they're good investors, the fact that they have so much capital now to deploy in this market is a massive advantage because of everything that I mentioned previously, which are multiples are compressing, the rounds are less competitive, founders are looking to raise money for the long term, and they're willing to accept terms that aren't as great as they maybe could have gotten 6 or 12 months ago because of that, because they want to make sure that their business doesn't run out of money. The number one job of any founder in the world is literally just don't run out of money because that's when the company dies. So A16Z sitting there now with $4.5 billion and signaling in the market, we're open for business. We're going to continue to invest in these companies through a downturn, through a bear market, whether it lasts 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, or even longer. They're going to continue to deploy capital. And I think that's a massive advantage for them relative to other funds because of their ability to go raise money. And now they can invest it at better terms than they would have gotten 6 or 12 months ago. So this is really where they're going to make some of their fortunes, right? And when we emerge from this bear market, like they assume that we're going to because of their conviction on the sector, my bet is that there's, I don't know if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even more companies that they invested in during this downturn that they got really favorable terms on and made a boatload of money on because of their ability to use their name and their experience and their investments and their track record to go raise billions of dollars. So I think it's incredibly intelligent and a smart move to do it at this time period. Obviously, this has probably been being worked on for weeks or months at this point, but it is convenient timing now with the downturn because if you're an investor that's looking to allocate capital to this space long term, it's a great time to be doing that because of everything that we mentioned.
Yeah. A16Z they make bets and they make very, very smart bets. And you can see that their track record just speaks for itself with the companies that they've invested in. I believe they were in Coinbase and a bunch of early infrastructure plays early on when people were doing tokens in 2017, 2018. They were already looking at equity deals. And I think it just speaks to their forward thinking. They're all in on crypto at this point, right? Like Web 2 or Web 3, they're all in. They're pouring money into it. And we're going to see if it plays off in the next few years.
Hey you, did you like this video? Great, we make 5 of them a day and post them here on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and see you next time.